What's going on, friends and family? It's Nataly coming at you live, and I just really quick wanted to go through all the supplies list that you will need to paint at home and to paint with me. So to paint anything, you will need paint. We'll be using Acrylic Academy by Grumbacher. There's a link in the description of where you can get a 6-pack of all the basic colors that you will need to learn how to mix. Colors that you will need are titanium white and Grumbacher red, cadmium yellow medium, raw umber, burnt sienna, ultramarine blue. This isn't my favorite blue. My favorite blue is phthalo blue. This has more of a purple tone, and this is more of like a greenish tone. I just prefer this blue over this blue. I'm only showing you guys this blue because this is the blue that's in the set. If you buy the set, this is the blue that you get. But if you're not getting the set and you're buying them individually, I prefer you just get phthalo blue. And colors that are not in the 6-pack is Mars Black and phthalo blue. So those are all the colors that you need. I have a description for Amazon. I have a description for where you can get on Michael's website, and also you can go into Michael's store. I personally love Michael's. When I first needed more supplies, my mom took me to Michael's. You know, we tried going to Joann's one time. It just is not the same. Like when you're used to going somewhere, that's just what you want to go, that's what you prefer, and you don't really like change. So I tried going to Hobby Lobby, but you know, it just isn't the same. I like Michael's. Let me explain something what craft stores do. They mark up things almost 90%, 80%, 100% sometimes, crazy. And what they do is that they think that you're going to use a 50% coupon, so that means that you're going to get it for regular price. So, but what this means is that if you don't know there's a coupon on their website or on their app, that means that you're gonna pay full price and you're probably gonna get it cheaper somewhere else, like on Amazon. But that's where you have to be careful. When I needed art supplies, my mom would send me in line, and she would go online, and we both have a coupon and we both get it for regular price. And we just do that every time that we're out and about around the area. So I never got all my art supplies like at one time shopping at Michael's, because we just weren't rolling like that. My mom liked saving money, and I have nothing against that. So on Amazon, there is some things cheaper than in the actual store if you're gonna be buying it all at one time. You need somewhere to place your paint. The next item up is palette paper. There's some tools that I just ban from even my mind. Like, I don't even want to think about it. Like this little plastic palette with little holes in it, I just can't stand it. I remember my mom buying me because it was cheap, and it was like, it makes sense, like you can reuse it and you can just clean it, and it's like $1. It makes sense to get it. But once you use it one time, it's like you gotta scrub that thing out, you gotta peel it out, you gotta let it dry, and then it'll be maybe easier to get it out. You can use this, or you can buy a roll of freezer paper and you can cut it up, and you have endless palette paper for like at least the whole year. So that is an option if you want to cut it up yourself. The next item that I will be using is shop towels. So shop towels are amazing. They're very absorbent. They're better than paper towels. They're better than a reusable rag. You can just throw it away when you're done. They're amazing. You just could flip it because I usually like doing this. I usually like cutting it, right? And then I fold it, and then I use this side, and then once this side has so much water, then I just flip it and use that side. So the next thing that I want to talk about are brushes. I give you guys suggestions of what packs you can buy. I'll just give you guys a general idea of what you need, and you can decide what you want. The first thing is we got a 1-inch flat brush, medium size filbert brush, small flat brush. You want to see a comparison to the 1-inch, that's how it looks. A round brush, so this is a 6. So if you want to see it next to my really small liner brush, this is a 0 liner brush. And the last one, I debated if I was going to put this on the list or not, but you can get it or not. This one is optional, but I did want to show you guys how to use all your brushes. So we got a flat brush, we got a filbert, we got a round, we got a liner brush. But what I want to show you guys is that how to use a fan brush. I probably won't use it for every painting. It's always a good tool to have around. When you're buying brushes, there's a glue in it to make it look pretty on the shelf. So what you gotta do is kind of break the brush and kind of feel it in your fingers like that. And what I like to do is I like to do a test. So I get like the wall that's right there, right? And then I go like this. And if it flares out, if the bristles flare out, that means that I do not want anything to do with that brush. Please, for the love of God, please don't buy those foam brushes, and don't buy those like brushes that look like really cheap hog's hair brushes. Please don't, please don't buy that stuff. So this is simple and sweet. So I have my water cup here. You can pick out your favorite. You can go out and buy a special cup, or you just can, you know, use an old cup or a plastic cup. But it's just a cup filled with tap water. And fun fact, I never fill up my cup all the way. I always fill it up to like right here, because it always gives me space to like clean off my brushes on the sides here. You can use a canvas board. These are amazing. They're very compact. You can frame them easy. So if you prefer a stretched canvas, this is 11 by 14, by the way. This is 11 by 14 canvas board, but if you prefer a stretched canvas, that is completely up to you. Usually cheap stretched canvases, they're not my favorite thing in the world. A good test to find out if it's a good stretched canvas is that when you press on it in the middle, it doesn't flex. If you want a stretched canvas, I get the level 3 by Artist Law from Michaels. This is optional. It's an easel. It's a compact easel. I had this easel for 5 years. I doubt this thing will break. It is destined for greatness. I definitely painted a 20 by 16, but anything larger than that gets kind of iffy using this. And also there's a link in the description if you want an apron as well. I personally don't wear aprons. I just have assigned painting clothes, but it's your personal preference. I personally like painting realism, so that means that I have to get to the closest thing to what I want, and that is a picture form. So I have my laptop here. It can go into a tablet, or you can use your phone, or even print out a picture. I always suggest having a reference photo. Some people say if it's not coming from your imagination, you're not a real artist. Well, I guess I'm not a real artist, because honestly, I personally love photorealism. This is what my setup looks like. I got my laptop here where you can zoom in and zoom out, and then also my table easel with my canvas, so you can either push them in like that. My water cup, I like it right next to my, I'm right-handed, so I like it right next to my right hand. The brush is right here. And this is the cool feature of my desk, is that it kind of pushes in. And I have my palette paper here, my shop towel, and then my paints. So this is how I like my setup. And also I have Alexa and my headphones. Then I have my chair. It was hand-picked. I got it at Sam's Club. It's like $100, very nice chair. Also, if you're just starting out and you don't want to make this big, leap to make all these purchases on these items, you can always go on Amazon, and there's like a cheap little kit to find out if you really like painting. But if you already know you like painting, then you should definitely commit to buying these supplies, because these supplies, in my opinion, are medium level. And that doesn't mean you have to be a medium level artist. That just means that you're treating yourself good. You're not going to be frustrated when you're painting and you're like, you know what, I want to do this to relax, I want to do this to get better, I just love painting, I love art. I really think that these supplies are good for a beginner that likes painting, and even a professional artist like myself. I love these supplies hands down. If you don't want to make that huge commitment, Michaels always has, a starting off kit with a canvas, with a little bit of paint, with brushes coming with it, with everything that you basically need to get started. And it's like, $50 or whatever. Or on Amazon, I bought my brother a $25 starting off kit. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and hopefully you guys can get started in your painting journey. Like I said, that these items are just the items that I will be using. You can always use what you already have, or you know, if you have a different preference in paint, or you know, so forth. You name it, you can use it, and it's your art. But this is the supplies that I'll be using and that I promote and that I actually use. And also leave in the comments below what you guys want to see me paint and teach. So further ado guys, see you guys on the next one.